Today we're taking a look at these baseball matches: Pittsburgh Pirates vs San Francisco Giants, Tampa Bay Rays vs New York Mets, and Baltimore Orioles vs New York Yankees, which are happening on Friday, May 14, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips, and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out my Patreon in the link down below. My new Patreon is a way for me to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours and hours of your time searching the internet for some fake betting predictions and losing your money because of it. Join High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advices instantly. Now I am going to start off by talking about Pittsburgh Pirates vs San Francisco Giants match. The Giants played well over the past week and they've won 4 of their last 5 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Pirates, which will give them their 5th win in their last 6 games and increase their lead in the NL West standings. Pittsburgh has struggled offensively, averaging 3.47 runs per game. Their .225 batting average is 23rd in the league. Their .304 on base percentage is 20th, while their .345 slugging percentage is 30th in the league. Adam Frazier leads the Pirates with a .307 batting average, while Colin Moran leads the team with 4 home runs and 19 RBI. This line had already seen some early movement towards San Francisco before the conclusion of Thursday's game. The Giants have been playing excellent baseball over the last few weeks and could get a few starters back on Friday. Pittsburgh is on its way to possibly the worst record in baseball when all is said and done. My first betting advice for that game is to pick San Francisco. Starting pitcher role: the Mets are sending out David Peterson. Over his 26.0 innings of work so far this year, Peterson has 25 hits, 19 runs, 16 earned, 5 homers allowed, 11 walks, 32 strikeouts, and a 5.54 ERA overall. Over on the Rays side, they played some tough games versus the rival Yankees this week, falling 3-1 Tuesday and 1-0 on Wednesday. In the Thursday game, the Rays logged a dominant 9-1 victory. Starter Rich Hill went 6.2 innings with 3 hits and no earned. For the starting pitcher role on Friday, Tampa Bay will go with Tyler Glasnow. So far this year, over 49.1 innings of work, Glasnow has 25 hits, 13 earned runs, 6 homers allowed, 19 walks, 79 Ks, and a 2.37 ERA overall. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over 7.5. The Orioles have lost 5 of their last 7 games and are last in the AL East with a 16-21 overall. The Orioles were off on Thursday after being swept by the New York Mets in a short TW0 game road series. On Wednesday, the Orioles lost 7-1, with their lone run on a 7th-inning RBI single by Chance Sisco after the Mets had already built a 7-run lead. The huge difference in the game came to how both teams performed with runners in scoring position. The Orioles went 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position, but the Mets went 7 for 10 in those situations. Chance Sisco accounted for the lone RBI for the Orioles on the year, while Trey Mancini went 2 for 4 with a double. Chance Mullins, Austin Hayes, and Rio Ruiz each had a base hit as well to cap off Baltimore's offense, as the Orioles had just 5 hits as a team in the losing effort. Matt Harvey took the loss, allowing 7 runs on 8 hits while striking out 4 over 4.1 innings of work. Dean Kramer will start here and is 0-3 with a 6.23 ERA and 25 strikeouts this season. In his career, Kramer is 1-2 with a 5.40 ERA and 23 strikeouts against New York. After getting off to a slow start, the New York Yankees have won 11 out of the last 14 games and are starting to look more like the club favored to win the American League pennant this season. The Yankees won their 4th straight game on Wednesday, 1-0 over Tampa Bay. behind the strength of 8 shutout innings and 12 strikeouts from their ace Garrett Cole. Then Aroldis Chapman came in to record his 9th save with a perfect 9th inning. The Yankees also played Tampa Bay on Thursday in an attempt to win their 5th straight win, but that contest was not yet complete at the time of this preview. The Yankees are only 23rd in MLB, averaging 3.9 runs per game and 24th, with a .221 team batting average. Despite the low team average, the long ball has a dangerous weapon for the Yankees, currently second in the American League with 48 home runs on the season. Giancarlo Stanton leads the Yankees with 9 home runs and 24 RBI. Stanton is 3 for 5 lifetime but without any runs batted in against the Orioles' projected starter Dean Kramer. Aaron Judge is second with 8 home runs, 19 RBI, and a club-leading .368 on-base percentage. Gary Sanchez went 2 for 3 at the dish with a double while Aaron Judge added a double as well. Giancarlo Stanton and Jair Urshela each had a base hit as well as the Yankees cranked out just 5 hits as a team in the losing effort. Jameson Taillon took the loss, falling to 1-3 after allowing 4 earned runs on 6 hits with 9 strikeouts over 4.2 innings of work. Corey Kluber will start this one and is 2-2 with a 3.06 ERA and 35 strikeouts this season. In his career, Kluber is 4-1 with a 2.73 ERA and 61 strikeouts against Baltimore. My betting advice for that game is to pick New York Yankees -1.5. The Mets got another stellar pitching performance in their last game, which was a 7-1 win over the Baltimore Orioles. In their 7-game win streak, the team has only allowed 14 runs, with 4 coming in one game. In the last game, they only allowed 1 run on 5 hits, and Dominic Smith, Joe Peraza, and Kevin Pillar all had 2 RBI. After dropping their last series against the Yankees at home this week, the Rays are looking for better luck against New York's other team when the Mets arrive for the weekend tilt. Tampa Bay has struggled to find the offensive consistency that they used to really set the tone for themselves in last year's regular season and playoff runs, and until they can find constant run support for their staff, it'll be interesting to see how long they can tread for. If you watched last year's World Series run, you'd be surprised to see the faces leading the team on the offensive side of things this year. Mike Zunino has found his bat this year, launching 7 home runs to co-lead the team in that category with Austin Meadows, who also leads the Rays with 17 RBI. Joey Wendell is the team's top hitter, batting .277, but only has an OBP of .328. Last year's fall hero, Randy Arozarena, has struggled to find his power consistently, hitting only 6 home runs so far and batting .258. Fellow returning starters, Brandon Lowe, Willy Adames, and Mike Brasso, are all hitting under .200, and those regulars need to get the bats going for the Rays to find anywhere close to the success that they did last year. Blasno will be on the mound for the Rays, but he hasn't been sharp over the last few weeks and is prone to a few mistakes a game, which the Mets can definitely take advantage of, especially with Alonso and Lindor as their most experienced Mets. For New York, Peterson hasn't been the strongest this year, but the Rays are really struggling to get the bats going consistently, and even just a single Blasno mistake might put them into trouble to try to muster up enough runs to stay in the game. The Rays rank bottom 5 in nearly every offense category, while the Mets are top 10 in nearly every defensive category, so their inability to score runs will hurt them regardless of how well Blasno pitches. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Mets. New York is 5-2 in their last 7 series opening games and 2-5 in their last 7 Friday games, while the under is 4-1 in their last 5 games overall. Baltimore is 18-41 in their last 59 Friday games and 19-54 in their last 73 games following an off day, while the under is 6-0 in their last 6 series opening games. New York is 39-12 in the last 51 meetings between these two teams and 21-6 in their last 27 meetings in Baltimore. My second betting advice for that game is to pick under. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.